if I wasn't invested full time, I will be missing out on opportunity. Now, obviously, I would have to be concerned of the financial as well, that this part-time gig now turned full-time. Is it making the same or more than what I was making full-time? So what you're talking about is like a time block. And I'm referencing to the book Traction as well, right? Where they referring to the big thing and accomplishing the big thing and going down to the smaller things, which to me, what you said is time block your big things and then fit the little things in between.
That's a great way to approach it. When I think about, by the way, Traction's a great book, a great methodology to think through. You think about the EOS, the entrepreneurial operating system. And so we at Entre Results have a system for businesses as well. It's a great reference, but it starts with the individual. So literally, when you think about a business, you think about systems, you think about accountability, and you think about mindset. And a lot of it starts, if you're a solo entrepreneur, it's how do you run your life? How do you run your business? And what happens is, if you don't have some sort of structure for how you run your day, it's really hard to have a good structure for your business. So anyway, yeah, I look at different compartments for the day, and I look at, okay, when are you going to work on the marketing side of the business, for example? When are you going to work on the follow-ups? When are you going to work on just sort of the number side of thing, the financial side of things? And you have different blocks of time throughout the day to work on those things. And then some people, they work a normal day job till 5 o'clock and they do this business after 5. And so then you have to be even more productive, and you have to be able to figure out how to do those things after work as well.
Yeah, that's how I started. I started out as a part-time real estate person, and eventually I decided that I loved doing this so much that I gave up my full-time career.
That is the way to do it. You have such an inspirational story, and that's the way a lot of people start businesses. You start doing it. I can think of multiple people I've coached over the years. I don't coach as many people that are starting up anymore. It's a little bit people that are far along that want to just blow up and get to that next level. But a lot of times you get to a point where you're coaching someone and they're like doing it part-time and they're still kind of holding on to their full-time job. And you have a lot of these conversations about, when should I take the leap? When should I make the move? And so we actually go through a process with that where you do the pros and cons and you list everything out. And so I'm sure the fact that you did it full-time, I mean, it worked out great for you, V. And how did you make your decision? Just curious of, like, when you're doing it like part-time, what spurred you to actually do this, the party full-time?
I think the biggest thing was the pain of, if I wasn't invested full-time, I will be missing out on opportunity. Now, obviously, I would have to be concerned of the financial as well, that this part-time gig now turned full-time. Is it making the same or more than what I was making full-time? So it's a combination of, is my income being supplemented? And if I don't become full-time, what opportunity will I miss? So it was a no-brainer for me.
No, that's really, really good. One thing, and this is, again, maybe about system or more about personal productivity system, is to understand the value of your time and how much your time is worth. That's a skill set that has changed a lot of people's, how they make decisions. So do you value your time at $20 an hour or $200 an hour? And then you kind of analyze, wait a second, if I spend time on real estate, I spend a shorter amount of time and I do this and I make an exponential amount of more money for my time, or I have my day job. And again, I'm not saying that day jobs are bad by any means, but you have your day-to-day and you're getting a salary and it's consistent. And so it's really fear that a lot of times holds people back from making the move, because mathematically, it usually makes more sense to do real estate, because real estate is such a business where you can create wealth quickly. Or if different strategies. Some people have a strategy to, it's really not about the cash, it's more about what the equity they want to gain, and have wealth creation for long periods of time that they pass down to people as well. But there was fear. There's always fear that holds us back. And so if you're listening right now and you're having a little fear, I just want you to look at it, analyze it analytically. How much is your time worth? How much can you make on real estate? And then the other question that I always ask people, this is so key, but your day job. If you're choosing between taking your day job and leaving and going to a full-time job, if you decided to leave your day job and go full-time with real estate, would you be able to get another job later if it didn't work out for whatever reason? And so what I mean by that is, say you're making $100,000 a year, $75,000 a year in your day job, and you left and you said, I'm gonna go full-time for real estate for a year or 2 years, I'm gonna give it everything I can. But if for some reason it doesn't work out after a year or 2 years, can you go back and get a job again? And about 95% of the people I said say, absolutely, I can get a job. And so then really your risk is actually much lesser than you make it out to be in your head, because you're making it to be a bigger deal. So anyway, I'm sorry to get off on that topic, but I just know that we're talking to people that are newer, and I have had hundreds of these conversations over the years beyond that.
No, I mean, you just reminded me of the acronym FOMO, FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yes. That's great. Fear of missing out.
And that's exactly how I got full-time in real estate, fear of missing out.
Good. That's really good.